What a beautiful day out here for us. Pretty lucky with the weather. So next up, as we fly past the Apostles, sitting on our right window is a small cluster of islands called the Salt and Pepper Shakers and the Twin Sisters. And these are a little bit smaller in size than the Apostles. What's that, sorry? Just make sure the mic's nice and close.
Which are the Twin Sisters?
They're just behind us now. So this next island that you can see, the long grassy one, is Muttonbird Island. Straight ahead of us, that really tall feature is Sentinel Rock. The little small island just coming up on our right is the Baker's Oven. Sentinel Rock here is the tallest feature of our coastline, and it stands 65 metres, about the same size as a 20-storey building. Coming along past Port Campbell, so it's one of the small towns on the coast here, only home to about 600 people. Little boat out there. In front of us is an archway feature, one of my favourites, that you can only see from up on the helicopter. There used to be a lookout on the land to that, but it unfortunately has closed due to collapse and erosion all around it. So on average we lose about 5 centimetres of the coastline every year, just due to the waves and the wind. And around this corner we'll start to see the famous icon named the London Bridge. So that is an island now with an archway or a hole underneath, named after its resemblance to the London Bridge in the UK. But unfortunately in 1990 the bridge actually collapsed here. At the time it left 2 people stranded out on the island, so they had to be rescued by helicopter.
Are there dolphins? There? Around the boat?
There is a commercial fishing boat. I'd say there might be some big seagulls or albatross near them.
No.
We do get dolphins though, so it's not a silly question. Quite often you'll see little pods of dolphins swimming past. And they will hang around where the birds are. This little township coming up is Peterborough in the Schomburg Reef. There was a shipwreck just off our right shoulder on the Schomburg Reef in 1855. You can't see any of the wreck anymore, all under the water. But that was a brand new sailing ship on its way into the port of Melbourne and only making it this far, so close to the end of journey. And just 50 years after that wreck on the Schomburg, there was another sailing ship that struck the point in front of us, and that's named the Hallidale Point. The ship there took about 5 weeks to fully go under, just sitting stuck off the rocks and being battered down by the waves. This is the Bay of Islands in front of us. A beautiful area with about 20 island features that have all been sitting here and created over millions of years of erosion, like the Apostles, although smaller in size. So the Bay of Islands on our right window. And we'll slowly start turning around to the left. And alongside that left window now, the Bay of Islands again for you.
one was the London Bridge?
A little bit further in front of us. I'll let you know when we're closer to it. So just going back past the township of Peterborough. So we're coming up to the London Bridge again. So it's this big island just in front of the beach. And as we go past, you'll see how it's split off from the land with an archway still underneath. So this one here. Okay, coming back past the little township of Port Campbell. So Port Campbell here was settled in the 1870s, and it is named after Captain Alexander Campbell, who was a whaling ship captain here during that time. And he was hunting down two breeds of whale that migrate past us, the southern right and the humpback. Luckily, since the end of whaling, those numbers have recovered, and we still see those whales every winter. This is Sentinel Rock coming up on our left window again. Beautiful caves, aren't they? So their name is Sparks Gully. There's no access down into the beaches in the caves. There are little penguins that live there. There's a lookout just on the top that you can drive to. The next island we can see is called the Baker's Oven. Then we have Muttonbird Island. This one here is shaped a little bit like a seahorse or a question mark. The apostles are in front of us. The 12 apostles, only 7 of them remaining today. The others collapsing due to erosion, so number 8 was the most recent collapse in 2005. They begin with this large feature with the grass on top and the others sitting closer to the lookout. We'll slowly start turning to the left now, crossing over the coastline. You'll get a view of the apostles out the left window, and if you're sitting on the right, you can see the waves that are rolling into Gibson's Beach, looking down the coastline. Alrighty, we'll start coming back into land now. Thank you all very much for flying with us here at 12 Apostles Helicopters. I hope you all had fun and enjoyed the flight with the views. We'll come back and land, and then the ground crew will help you out safely. Alrighty, you can take off your headphones, pop them on the hook behind you.